Behold a selection of small wonders. They're Chinese dumplings, a foretaste of the Lunar New Year that begins next Saturday. Dumplings are a cultural tradition and a family one as well. Our Kelefa Sanneh serves up proof.
I want to make sure that this look is represented in all stores as well.
Wen Zhu is the founder and CEO of a multi-million-dollar fashion brand.
And then you have a matching skirt as well.
But everything stops for lunch.
My mom and dad insist that I eat lunch with him, my dad, because we work together every single day.
Every day?
Every day. At around 10 o'clock, he leaves.
And travels from their office in Lower Manhattan to his home in Queens.
My mom would have prepared our lunch. He picks it up, brings it back on the subway, and then we'll have lunch at 12:30.
It's an hour and a half round trip.
I'm so hungry! It's so important for him to be able to bring us lunch.
Shredded tofu with cilantro.
I think that's a way my mom expresses her love for us. You know, the way we say hello is, have you eaten?
Yes, have you eaten? 你吃了吗?
Lei Ping is an assistant professor of China Studies at the New School in New York.
Thank you. It's a way of greeting people, and you can see how relevant food is in people's everyday life in China.
And for Chinese families around the world, like the Zhu family, dumplings are an everyday staple. What are the dumplings? Is that the appetizer? Is that the main course? Is that something on the side?
That's the best part about dumplings. It is anything you want this to be, right? It's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
Dumplings. They can be found in most every cuisine, from Italian ravioli to Indian samosas, Polish pierogies to Spanish empanadas. But Chinese dumplings may have been the first. For the Zhu family, the go-to dumpling, pork and cabbage, pan-fried.
Is that the same recipe they would have used when you were a little girl?
Yes, exactly the same.
Wen Zhu was born in a small village in China. In 1985, at age 12, she and her family moved to New York's Chinatown.
There was a stark difference. Having to learn a new language, navigate a school system that's completely new.
Her mother, Shen, worked long hours as a seamstress. Her father, Xin, made thousands of dumplings each week as a cook in a Chinese restaurant. Their skills show in their dumplings. Her mother's, delicate, with intricate pleating. Her father's...
As you can see, my dad is quick, perfection. Every single thing is uniformed.
And in demand. Especially now, as Chinese New Year celebrations begin.
Chinese New Year usually is also called the Lunar New Year in Asia, and Chinese New Year is one of the biggest celebrations and festivals in China, probably also around the world now.
What are the traditions around Chinese New Year? How is it celebrated?
Of course, food, right? Food is really taking the central place, so we call it lucky foods.
Which foods are lucky?
For instance, noodles, dumplings, right? Noodles usually would represent longevity. Dumplings are very interesting because the shape of the dumpling looks like the ancient currency.
It's all hot.
Wonderful.
Traditionally, Ping says, dumplings also provided warmth during cold winters in northern Chinese cities like Beijing. In southern China, the most common dumpling is made with shrimp wrapped in a translucent rice dough. Like these at Tim Ho Wan, a Michelin-starred restaurant. And at Wen Zhu's house...
Okay, so my mom wants you to try it.
Oh, no.
Introducing newcomers is part of the fun.
Pinch number 2.
3, 4, 5. I got a bad feeling about this.
It's more difficult than it looks,
No,
right?
it's exactly as difficult as it looks. I did not for a second look at this and think, this looks like something I could do.
Wen's teenage son, Zen,
I got the veggies.
Same.
and daughter, Ming, are more than happy to eat their grandparents' dumplings. Maybe one day they'll make their own, but not today.
And I'm wondering if you might be the person to pick up the baton for the new generation and master the art of making dumplings.
I've mastered the art of boiling frozen dumplings,
Okay.
but that's about it for now.
You let me. Kita-kita sao?